I hear voices in my head. They count to me. They understand. They talk to me. They talk to me.
Oh, they tell me things that I won't do. They show me things I'll do to you. They talk to me. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. What are you doing?
Sorry, hi guys, and welcome back to the Slash and Gash podcast. I think we are. This might be episode 10. We are doing a quick review today of See No Evil. We watched that.
Speak no evil.
Speak, sorry, Speak No Evil. Good if I could get the film's name right. But yeah, we watched that last night with Mr. James McAvoy. So yeah, it was very. We're gonna do a quick review, a little short episode. Uh, but yeah, Frank, what did you think of the film?
Um, Let me just say, James McAvoy is one underrated actor. That's my review. Anything else? Nah, look, a bit of background on the film first. So you didn't know this, and I only found out recently that this is a remake to the Danish version, which is also called the same name, Speak No Evil. It came out a couple of years ago. Well, obviously, Blumhouse must have liked it so much that they obviously probably bought the rights and thought, you know what, we need to make this into a film that everyone can see on the big screen. So,
Mm.
written and directed by James Watkins. He's the guy who also wrote and directed Woman in Black, which I'm a big fan of, to be fair. Um, I think he did like Eden Lake as well. You must have
Oh,
seen that
I've
as well,
seen that.
innit? Yeah, so obviously it's like just a bit of background on the film. So they meet James McAvoy's character called Paddy and his wife, is she called Kira? Can't remember.
Kira, yeah.
Yeah, they meet. I think she's called Kira. Yeah, let me just double check. Yeah, she's called Kira. They meet this couple on holiday in Italy. They're in Italy, right?
Mm.
Yeah, they meet this couple in Italy called Ben and Louise, who've obviously got a daughter as well, and they've got a
Mm.
son. So they obviously get to know each other, and then they obviously go their separate ways. Ben and Louise go back home, and they receive a postcard from Paddy and Kira that they want them to come stay over at their yard, at their house in England. So
Yeah, in Somerset.
yeah, in is that, did you say it was West Country, innit?
Well, yeah, they're in. I think it's supposed to be this Somerset.
Yeah, wherever it was, it looks sick anyway. Like the way it was shot and everything. Like, you know, you can't beat. What I love, I know we sound biased, but you can't beat like a horror film or a thriller slash horror that's filmed in England. It just, I don't know what it is, man. It's just a different vibe. That's why I like ghost stories so much, but that's a different topic for a different day. But anyway, so they come to England to stay over because obviously, you know, why wouldn't you? You know, why wouldn't you go stay over at someone's house that you've only met for a few days on holiday? And you know what? Okay, let's just pack our bags and go all the way fucking across the world to stay over at someone's yard that we barely even know. Why not? You know, as you do. And you know, the film for me, like, you know, we won't go into too much if you haven't seen it, but like, I thought the first half was it. I don't want to shit on it too much, but like I thought the first half was it almost felt like a drama piece at the start. I don't know about you, but I thought it was like
Mm.
it felt like a drama in it, like a not a romantic drama, kind of like just a psychological drama. Um, if I've got
Yeah,
one
the
issue
build
with
up
it,
was weird.
yeah, if I've got one issue with it, I thought the horror just took a little bit too long to kick in. But when it does kick in the second half of the film, man, is it fucking amazing! Like when we obviously got out of that film, we both were just like, wow, like that was a lot of it, you know, does stem from the fact that the lead is James McAvoy, and we're big fans of James McAvoy, like not just because of his films in, you know, his contribution in horror, like in Glass and Split. Like The guy's just one of the most underrated actors, in my opinion. And for me, he carried this film. The way he just like he was just unhinged in it. Like he was just a fucking crazy bastard. Like, and he was all you could tell like he fucking got hench for this film just to like add to his character in it, like to make him look more superior to Ben, who's the complete opposite, and he's just like a proper little bitch in it, in essence. He is, isn't it though? He's like just a proper little. That's Louise's husband, isn't it? He's like, so a little bit background, of the film. This isn't a spoiler, but so Louise was cheating on Ben, and Ben like still stuck around. In my opinion, that makes him a little bitch. But anyway, there's always reasons in it why people stay. But yeah, so it's what? Yeah, this film gave me like, it's not an exact parallel, but it gave me like, I don't know about you, but it gave me like Get Out vibes, where like they're trying to keep someone they're trying to obviously persuade someone to stay in it, like who shouldn't be there for like an ulterior motive. And that last act though, like like I said, we won't spoil it too much if you haven't seen it, but that final act it makes all that slow burn from the start and the middle worth it. Like that last act where they try and leave for some reasons. They try and obviously go back to, well, they're actually staying in London, aren't they, for work? They try and leave obviously to get out there to the spot that they came to stay at, and for somehow they manage to they have to go back, as you do. Classic, it's a classic cliche horror film, isn't it? Let's be honest. The plot isn't anything too intelligent. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I'm just saying like it's not like anything. James Watkins hasn't really reinvented the wheel here, but because James McAvoy is such a G, like he's just such a good actor, it makes up for the lack of plot, if that's fair to say. I don't know what you think about that.
I definitely agree. He carries the film. It's his film. I really enjoy watching like James McAvoy be unhinged. In some ways, it kind of reminded me of the film he did, Filth, where he plays this kind of like deranged police detective. He's very deranged in the film, but as Frank says, the first hour was kind of a very slow burn, but you start to kind of get these subtle hints that something's not right. He's kind of this odd character. Again, the last 45 minutes is very good. It's very funny, like to hear James McAvoy with like a West Country accent, but it really does work. It kind of gave me a very like Straw Dogs feel, which is a film by Sam Peckinpah, if anybody knows that, and if you do, that's some deep like OG horror lore. But it has a very kind of weird rural, as Frank said, this kind of like rural England horror feeling, kind of very classic to the 70s. I felt a bit of like The Wicker Man in there, a bit of those kind of films. Again, it's one of them. As someone I spent some time in the West Country, rural England isn't actually like that, but they're always kind of like seen portrayed as kind of weird and creepy, which I don't think it's like that at all. But the film is very fun. The last 45 minutes is hilarious. That was the only problem for me, if you will, if it's a horror film, is that James McAvoy was so funny in it that even when he's kind of being crazy or a bit creepy, he was making us laugh, and it wasn't just me and Frank laughing in the cinema. Other people were, because we're kind of like desensitized to horror films.
Good.
Everybody seems to be laughing.
You make a good point there. Like we weren't just laughing at some scenes because we do tend to like, I don't know what it is with me and Will, but like we go into horror films nowadays. I think, like you say, we're desensitized. We're that like immune to anything too scary now. I'm not saying like we still don't look at it objectively, but like a lot of things, like let's say like a jump scare that comes out, we'll end up laughing instead of going like, oh! Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
We'll just end up like laughing. But obviously, because this film, I think this film had intended humor. To be honest with you, I think it did. It did. The director James Watkins probably did try and make us laugh, but because we probably would have laughed at that anyway, it made it even more better. Like you're saying, that the guy is just. I think it's like because we obviously we went to see Split in it like in 2016. Like it's almost like he brought some elements from that character into this. Not exactly, obviously, but like yeah, exactly like the beast in it when he's like, when he's like trying to break that the bars in the end of Split. It's like it's almost like he's just and he's like he's just almost gonna let one out. It's just like he took that. It's like he just jumped into another universe and just like became himself again, just with hair, a bit more hencher. Imagine now he's still quite hench in Split. And then just like you saying it like that end bit, like don't want to spoil it too much, but it's just that end fucking 45 minutes is just so funny. Like just the way his reactions, man. It's just the way it's just there was that one scene where something happens to him in the shed. No, not in the shed. It's the other bit when she jumps out at him and sprays him in the face. And we won't say who, obviously, because we, like I said, if you haven't seen it, we don't want to spoil it too much. But when she sprays him in the face, and it's just the reactions that he does. Like it's just like you could hear them. The scene that moves upstairs, or not upstairs, but like in a different scene, and then all you can hear is just him like It's just like so. I'm just like get it on me, give me the fucking water, give me some fucking water. I need water. It's just man, like you say, like I said in it, like that, the slow burn. Like, do you know what though? Like in hindsight, I actually don't mind that slow burn. Like after finding out what actually transpires at the end, you kind of be like, you know what, that slow burn at the start, even though it did feel a bit dragged, and we were craving a bit of horror, it was worth it for what happens at the end. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
So
The
like,
film kind of really, the film is very good. It definitely works. I think if you're a horror fan or you like Blumkin films, you might as well watch it. I'd recommend it. Again, it could have been half an hour shot. Well, it's an hour and 45. It could have been maybe 15 minutes less, in my opinion. It's definitely a return to form for Blumkin House to finally have like a good film out, because it's been a while since I think they've put anything good out. But
well, have we seen any Blumhouse films this year? I don't know if we have we? Have we?
I have no idea. No idea.
Do you know what if they have released any, like they've kind of gone a bit streaming now, innit? Like not fully, but they've kind of shifted a little bit. Like they started before they'd bring out like low budget horrors in cinema as well, but I feel like they're bringing out a lot, and they've got like a deal with Peacock and Netflix and that now, innit? And I think they only bring out films in cinema that they feel like can actually generate a lot of money. I don't know, I might be making that up, but I hadn't seen genuinely can't feel like I've seen a Blumhouse film with you like this or at all like this year. What was it? Did they do Evil Dead or was that someone else?
I don't think so.
No, fuck knows, man. It feels weird, doing it from back in the day where we always used to see the Blumhouse horror logo whenever we went to cinema, to like now where
Yeah.
it's like, the last time I think obviously they've been associated with Halloween, but that's it. Like they've kind of they did Smile, innit? I think Smile's theirs.
Yeah, we didn't watch that, did we?
No, but you're a fan of it, innit?
Yeah, we didn't watch that together. I watched it. I didn't think much of it. It was okay. I probably will go watch Smile too. I'm going to try and convince Frank. But yeah, I would recommend the film. I think it was good. It was fun. It was quirky in a sense. again, if you like films like maybe Straw Dogs or The Wicker Man or even Home Alone, then I think you'll really enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
yeah,
agree.
I would definitely give that a watch. Uh, James McAvoy is hilarious. He's fantastic in it. He carries the film. He's worth just watching for his performance. So yeah,
Yeah.
I would say go and watch it. Bish Bash Bosh. Give that horror a watch.
That's just your line now, innit? What is a Blumpkin, by the way?
Listen, anybody that wants to know what these bumpkins are, you need to go watch Harold and Kumar. You'll get taught. I can't tell you that. That's deep hidden lore, deep knowledge. You got to watch uh, Harold and Kumar get the munchies and Harold and Kumar escape from Guantanamo Bay. Then you'll know.
Damn, that's a shout out to them films. Even though, non-horror. Well, you know what? When you see what a when you find out what a Blumpkin is, that's when that actually is horror, isn't it? Really. It's a
Exactly.
horror.
That's the real horror.
But look, on a serious note, this film is just look. If you've got any doubts about this film, please get rid of them. Honestly, you will. I think the best way I can recommend this film is don't go into it with any expectations. Don't go into it thinking you're gonna be really scared, or don't go into it thinking you're gonna be like, you know, like you're gonna come out of it feeling different. It's just a proper sick, chilled out, like just go into it with a proper, just chilled out mindset. It's really entertaining. It's really fucking fun, like from start to finish. There's a lot of funny shit in this, whether it was intended or not. I think some of it was,
Mm.
um, but even for those who don't think like they don't want to see too much humor in horror films. Well, tough shit. Like you need a bit. This
Oh
definitely
yeah,
has
and
that.
this is not that serious. I think they were going for more of maybe a thriller vibe than a horror, but
Mm.
it's very funny. I think it's definitely intentional. James McAvoy, you could tell, was having a hell of a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I feel like he just relished this role, innit? Like it's like he just you know what's awesome about this film as well. We haven't given away what
Mm.
happens at the end, and we shouldn't because that's something that you guys should see and girls should see yourselves. But obviously, the trailer does kind of give it away what kind of guy he is. But what I love about the film is there is a certain point up to the film where you kind of think, is he a bad guy? Is he? Is he? Is he? Isn't he? Is he? Is he? You obviously, if you've seen the trailer, then you kind of know he is. But what I'm trying to say is the film kind of does make you guess a little. Like it makes you doubt yourself a little. Like maybe he isn't a bad guy. Maybe we've just been fooled. But I mean, I guess we'll give him the spoiler. He is a bad guy. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
But what I'm trying to say is the film does a good job in making you think like he's actually not a bad guy. Like he's just trying to do right by his family. Um, the rest. Actually, let's make a point that the rest of the cast were really good as well. Like I said, Ben's a little bum, but whoever played Ben, he's a good actor.
He,
Louise,
he has his like his kind of moment in the sun when the shit kicks off, doesn't it? So does his wife, in a sense.
yeah. Like I said to you yesterday, innit? Like I was at that point in the film yesterday, and I turned on to Will and I said, "Bro, I don't know who I'm rooting for now." I'm like, 1 minute I'm rooting for James. 1 minute I'm rooting for James McAvoy's character. Next minute I'm rooting for Ben and Louise to try and get out of there.
Yeah.
But it's just oh man, it was such a fucking fun film. Like I ain't felt like that. I guess the word is buzzing. Like after the film, after watching a film with you in so long, I don't know. It was just so fucking enjoyable. I really recommend it. Honestly, I give it a fucking 9.5 out of 10. The only issue I've got, and if anything, is that the horror just took a little bit too long to kick in. But besides that, it's really good. It's really good.
Mm.
Yeah.
Totally agree. So yeah, guys, give it a watch. We're going to be coming through maybe next week or the start of this week. It depends. This week coming, we'll probably put on a new review. Maybe a bit of a longer episode, but yeah, like, subscribe, share, follow us on Instagram, Slash and Gash Podcast. Sensational.
Yeah, like Will just said, subscribe, like, comment. Let us know what you thought of the film. If you agree with our thoughts, or if you have something totally opposite of what you think, just still let us know. Yeah, we'll be back soon with a very interesting topic. We won't say what, but we'll be back soon. It's a topic that is, well, not like it's about a film, but like it's a film that's actually very close to us. Like it's a film that that we've watched a lot of times and we do really like it. So we'll probably be talking about that, but stay tuned for that. Like
Yeah,
Will said,
hopefully it'll be out this week. I'm away next weekend. I'll be in Wales on Friday, so
oh
we'll
yeah,
try and get it out before. Yeah, we'll try and get it out before then. So
what are you going?
yeah,
What are you going Wales for?
just bit of this, bit of that.
Is it? Yeah. Well, I'll have to come through I'll have to come through like James McAvoy and be like, you're not staying here. You're coming to stay at mine. Yeah, get rid of.
Oh, right, guys. Thank you very much.
Yeah, people. Yeah, like Will said, follow the Instagram Slash and Gash podcast, and we will see you very soon. Stay spooky.